Hey guys, Mr. Marcus here, and after the news from yesterday all about Gamescom and PES 2015 and everyone loving all the videos and whatnot, some of you decided that you wanted to do you want me to do a MyClub sort of thing for the game mode called MyClub. If you don't know what MyClub is a demanded by fans of the series, an extensive Master League online overhaul allows players and managers to be added using accumulated GP points or via microtransactions within club dealings. Agents are now used to meet player requirement criteria, while unhappy players can upset the balance besides the detrimental effect. Team spirit plays a key role as the compatibility of the manager between the players with other teammates creates better teamwork impacted by the on-field performances. Now, when I first read this, I read this in the press release yesterday, and I thought, well, basically they've actually gone out of their way and have more or less copied FIFA's Ultimate Team mode and just basically called it MyClub. But when you go into more detail about the MyClub thing from all the press releases before, you find out that it's not just an online game mode, it's also an offline game mode. So you get to do whatnot and build your team offline, and I would give a guess probably get to play it online as well. So a lot like Ultimate Team basically. So you will get to play. You start with your team. You start with a base team. I'd give a guess. And given from the screenshots which were shown at Gamescom, you see the screenshots and it says Atletico Madrid squad data, but as you look at the actual squad, it has Vicente Del Bosque as the manager, has Ronaldo on the left wing, Iniesta on the right wing, Neymar's playing up front, you have James Rodriguez behind him, Busquets, Xavi, Marcelo, Piqué, Sergio Ramos, Juan Fran, and it looks like Keylor Navas in goal. And you see this sort of thing, and I was looking at this with loads, and of course it's only it's a supposed screen in development. But whenever I look at it, I keep thinking, if this is a MyClub mode, it'll be interesting to see what sort of stuff you do. But with the thing, it talked about getting GP points. You accumulate GP points by doing stuff in game, be it from either playing the game online, playing the game offline, playing Master League. You acquire GP points, which I'll give a guess is probably for game points. And the thing I like about this is it takes me back to the old school days, back when PES 6, when you used to win a game, and you, regardless of what the game type was, you would get points for it. And these PES points were not used to do anything special, but basically just to unlock stuff in the PES shop, like the ridiculous thing which I'm showing on screen right now. The goddamn penguin costume. So when I looked at this, I thought, okay, this is quite interesting. So I went back and I looked at all the sort of stuff which they've been talking about for MyClub. And when I kept looking at this screenshot, I sort of saw all these sort of things which they've taken from the PES Manager Android and iPhone game, the one which you can actually download for free right now. I advise you download it. It's actually quite a fun game. And they didn't have the team spirit there. It wasn't in PES Manager, but there was a team strength thing, and there's also a team cost. Now the team cost, I would give a guess, is related to how many players you can have. So as you can see here, there are 11 starting players, there's 5 on the bench, and then there's, let me see, that's 7 in the reserves. So you have 23 members. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, 23 members as well as a manager, so 24 people. And I give you guys the managers for this particular game mode will most likely be licensed. I don't see them making it so you have your own manager in this. But the thing which I found most interesting about it is the team cost. Now, if you look on the right hand side of the screen right now, you see the player information. They're selecting Neymar, and it shows that he's right-footed. He has an overall of 87. He has technical skills of 89, speed skills of 89 and physical skills of 74. He can play on that left hand side, but can also play adequately on the right hand side, as well as quite good in the second striker role. But then you see the costs thing underneath that, which says 63, which are going to get 63 points to buy him. Now, the only problem I have with this is that oh my god, I can't speak today. The only problem I have with this is the fact that if Neymar costs 63 points, I'm going to give you a guess that Neymar is probably the 3rd or 4th highest rated player in the actual game. Because, of course, Iniesta, I think, has 90, if you take it from the fact that they showed the live updates and he had +1 and he went to 91. So if he has 90, that would give a guess that then Messi will probably, Neymar will probably be 5th or 6th highest, actually, now that I think about it. Because Ibrahimovic will probably be 95, Messi will be 98, or 99, and Ronaldo will be 99 or 100. So if you go with that logic, if Iniesta costs 100 odd points, that's not that bad, considering that you have a team. If your team cost is, let's say your team cost does not improve past 600, then your players in your starting lineup could be absolutely amazing, but you won't be able to have Messi. You actually will be able to have Messi, Neymar, Iniesta, and Ronaldo. But let's say that accumulates to 400 points. Then you have another 200 points to spend on the whole rest of your team. So yes, you have an amazing front four, but you might have to play Richard Harty at the back, and then have like no reserves, and then 5 subs, and that's all you have, and that'll be it. Or they've not confirmed yet if you actually have to have a full squad to play a game. Because I'll give a guess, you probably do have to have a full squad to play a game, at least all the 5 subs, so 16 players. And if that is that, then that is very, very good, because it means that you won't just see people playing with the same teams. And if the team cost does eventually go up, then that is quite impressive as well. I don't really care for the microtransaction, because microtransactions seem it's just going to be irrelevant completely for majority of people who play the game offline, if the offline GP is the same as the online GP. So for example, if I play a Master League offline game, and I play, let's say, 2 seasons, and I win everything in the next 2 seasons, and I get 500 points to spend, I'd give a guess the 500 points will go towards this as well as other aspects of the game that we're not talking about yet, or it will all go towards this, as well as having to keep your contract durations up as well. As you can see on the right hand side, there's a contract duration for Neymar himself with a 10 game contract duration. So if you do go with that logic, then I'd give a guess that you have to sort of manage your team more than it would be in an Ultimate Team aspect. Because Ultimate Team is basically, you get your squad, you get your manager, you get your players, you get your contracts, you get your fitness, and that is it. That's all you need. Those are really only cards you need. You don't really need a change position card. You can play a player out of position, and he will still play more or less as good as you possibly can. Yes, there is a chemistry thing as well, but when it comes to the actual management of the team, it seems that team spirit thing is not just for your chemistry, but it's also for how your team is coping with the fact that you might lose a game or might win a game and stuff like that, which is quite interesting, really. Is that I don't know too much, because I'm taking this all from one screenshot which was released yesterday. So I keep looking at this thing. I see the tactical links in the bottom right hand corner specifically for Neymar. I'd give a guess, because it says position, then central position, which I'll give. This is what I'm sort of assuming. And build up is shot, long shot. Attack area is midfield and wide midfield. Position is flexible and then motion flexible. Defensive style is what I don't know what FLP probably even is. Penning area is wide mid, and then pressure is aggressive or aggressive defending. So I don't know if that is specifically for Neymar or if that is for the whole team. But the most interesting thing which I see from all of this on this screen is the fact that you can press L1 or R1, it's played on the PS4, I'd give a guess, and it has offensive tactics and probably defensive tactics. So you can actually change your tactics regarding your game. So it'll be interesting if you're playing a game, and for example, in the Netherlands match for, let me see, I'm trying to get this off the screen. The Netherlands match for Louis van Gaal in the World Cup against Spain, he played 5 at the back, and you can't say he didn't play 5 at the back. So he played 5 at the back, and then the minute they got possession of the ball, they put 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, and then 2 midfielders who sat deep. So basically, they again played 5 sitting back, but it was different because there was more width in the team while everyone else attacked. And if that is possible, so for example, this team here, as you see, this is the offensive tactic. So you have Neymar going forward, Ronaldo on the left, James in attacking midfield, and Iniesta on the right, with Busquets and Xavi probably sitting, Juanfran, Ramos, Piqué, and Marcelo also sitting as well. Well, sort of defending, and Navas. I think it's Navas. I'm not sure, but let's just say Navas in goal. The minute that goes to defensive tactic, maybe everyone drops back. So James drops back into midfield, into centre midfield, and you have maybe Ronaldo goes forward. Ronaldo can play centre forward with Neymar, and Neymar bops into Ronaldo's thing and goes back. So if it has that sort of options, it'll be good. but could also be quite problematic for people online, because people online, of course, like playing your 4-2-4, your 8 at the back, and all that sort of rubbish, which just sort of ruins the game completely. Or, again, like I'm saying, if you have to select a tactic rather than actually move the players around, then it'll make it a little bit more interesting for the actual team, really. Because it seems the game plan it looks more or less very similar to last year. So, with that being said, I don't really know what else there's more to say, really. I mean, it seems there's agents are going to be involved. So agents are now used to meet player requirement criteria. So let's say Neymar has an agent called Jane. We'll call him John rather than Jane, a female. We'll call him John. And John says Neymar has to play 8 games or he's going to get unhappy. Or Neymar wants to play centre forward, not left mid, or something like that. And if you don't play them there, they'll get unhappy and it'll cause the team spirit to drop. Now, if this happens, then that will, again, like I'm saying, this management aspect will probably increase the game and make it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more decisive in terms of your actual team management, rather than it just being like an Ultimate Team copy completely. It's probably expanding on the Ultimate Team aspect of having the best team you can possibly have. You actually have to look after your team, which, if this is how I'm perceiving it, but it also seems that the team spirit plays a key role as a compatibility of the manager between the players with other teammates, create better teamwork impacted by the on-field performances. So, for example, that sounds like a chemistry sort of link, but it seems like it actually might mean more. So, for example, let's say you have Messi playing in the James position here, and you have the ball with Xavi. You pass it to Iniesta. Messi makes a run in behind, and this is only because there's a link between Iniesta and Xavi and Messi. But then again, I don't know how that would work, really. But I mean, there's so much to this thing that I don't know, so I can't really talk too much about it. But this is just my first impressions of MyClub. Personally, it doesn't really seem like it should be called Master League. It shouldn't be an extensive Master League Online overhaul. Master League Online should still exist as just a normal game mode, because I still enjoyed playing Master League Online until my PS3 decided not to ever play PES 2014 ever again, and it should have been its own game mode. I know it's technically is its own game mode, but it shouldn't have been replacing Master League Online. Master League Online should have always been something a little bit more Master League oriented, so you could play with your friends in a division sort of team in a league table and have the other 20 teams or whatever, however many teams are in your league, be the sort of, what is it called, just played by a computer, and then you have 5 or 6 people playing in a league. Now that would have been made more sense for Master League Online, because that sounds more like you're playing Master League offline but online with friends. But they made Master League Online into basically an Ultimate Team clone. It didn't really work, and this is basically their option to have a more management based Ultimate Team in PES, while not completely copying FIFA, which I really, really enjoy and think it's a very clever thing to do. So yeah, so if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.